Oh, how you doing today? I didn't see you walk in. I'm sure you're ready for corn muffins right now. Look for just a moment, I just gotta get ready. Hi Dakota. How are you doing? Fucking A. What, Mom? I'm in the middle of filming. Turn it off. Sorry about that. A little inconvenience. Well, I'm sure as you already know, we're going to be making corn muffins today. So let me just get my apron on, and we'll be all set. As you can see, I've already prepared for you. I've got my Crisco out, and even my Jiffy corn muffin mix. Remember, if you're going to make some food, make sure it's Jiffy. As always, remember to read the instructions first. Read them fully. This says preheat the oven to 400 degrees. So I'm going to walk over and preheat the oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to put it on bake and push the button up to 400 degrees. That is set at 400 degrees. Probably in about 5 to 10 minutes it will be all set and will be. The next thing we need is a greased muffin pan. I'm going to get that out just to show you what a muffin pan looks like. This is a muffin pan. Next, you'll need 1 package of corn muffin mix, the Jiffy, preferably Jiffy, 1 egg, and 1/3 cup of milk. Always have the egg, and we're going to get the milk. Right now I'm basically getting the essential portions of the stuff because I'm not going to mix it together yet. Don't worry about buying expensive milk. And don't buy whole milk, it's bad for you. Make sure you measure very well. It says 1/3 cup milk. It is labeled, and make sure to get it exactly, perfectly to 1/3. May not seem like a lot, but believe me, for muffins, it's perfect. Remember, when you're greasing the muffin pan, always use Crisco. Crisco works a lot better than butter, and it makes it taste better too. Now, we're going to mix the ingredients together. So, here it is. My blender, once again. I noticed that one mistake I did make in the brownie show was you're not supposed to blend the brownies. It's one mistake I've made and a mistake I've learned from. And I'll never make it again. I apologize to all you brownie makers out there, and I promise something like that will never happen again. You can always trust me. I'm Andy. Next thing you want to do, you get out a bowl. It doesn't have to be that big. This is big enough. Make sure it's perfect for the right size. Next, I'm going to blend all the ingredients together. I'm going to start off with the corn muffin mix. Remember, always smell it and taste it to make sure it tastes right. It's perfect. Here's 1/3 cup, remember it? I'm going to pour that right in there. And then the egg. Now, I'm just going to throw all this stuff out, but I'm just going to make sure that I have everything. I do. Now I'm going to keep the box as usual, But notice that I put all the trash in just this box. Now I'm going to start to blend. First, make sure they all rotate in perfect order. Stick it in there. Let them blend. Now, as it says on the directions, batter will be slightly lumpy. For maximum crown on muffins, let batter rest for 2 or 3 minutes before filling cups. We will do that, because we want maximum crown power. Okay, now I'm going to grease up our pans. Put a little bit on your fingers and grease up these little pans. Now, you don't have to grease up your pans if you're going to use paper cups. Then you just need to have the paper cups. But I don't have paper cups with me, so I'm not going to use paper cups. So I'm going to grease up the pan. But it's not mandatory. As you can see, the batter is ready, and I'm just going to let it sit for a few moments as I continue on with my greasing. Lubrication. And I have a different pattern on these, obviously. If you have a pattern one, just kind of make sure you get in every hole and divot, just to make sure it will come out perfectly. Now, I'm making 10, so all I need to fill out is 2 more of these. Okay. Now that we're all greased up, I'm going to wash my fingers before we continue on. Remember, washing up is good. You don't want to get unnecessarily contaminated food, because it doesn't have to be if you make sure everything's clean. Now, I'm going to get a fork, or a knife, or a spoon, doesn't matter, I'm going to grab one of each. And I'm just going to scrape off all this mix, off this thing, so we can get all the corn muffins we can get out of this. So just basically do a quick once over with these. Get everything off. And then bring this over. Oh man. And set them in the sink. You're gonna get some stuff on your fingers, and don't hesitate to wipe it on your apron. Just 1 spoonful should be enough. Just be able to dab it in. Remember, this can make 6 to 10. So you can either make 6 or 10. I'm gonna make 10. Now, as you look at it now, you're gonna say, wow, that's gonna make not a lot of, like a really tiny thing, but no, it's not gonna make a really small one. It's actually gonna be quite big. As you can see, I'm only gonna be able to make about 8, but that all depends on how much you will scoop in. And obviously, I'm not scooping in a lot, so it's only gonna make about 8. Try to get everything you can out of the bowl, just to make sure you have everything. And then just kind of spread it around inside. Now obviously we're ready to start with the baking process, but let's see if the oven's ready. The oven's at about 385 degrees, so that means it is pretty much ready. So we're going to be looking at the directions. It says 15 to 20 minutes or golden brown. So I'm going to put those all set. Put it on your minute timer. I'm going to give it about 18 minutes. Open up my oven. One right there. One right there. Close it up. Push start. Now as we're waiting, I'm going to start cleaning up. Now obviously, as you remember from last time, brownies were pretty messy. These aren't. These are actually the cleanest things you can ever cook. Corn muffins. Do you know who invented corn muffins? The Indians. The Indians invented corn muffins. Do you know how they invented corn muffins? Well, they were eating their corn one time, and one of the Indians thought it was too cold. So he went to bake it again. And he put it in the fire, and it fell in the fire. And he was trying to get it out, and as he was doing, all the corn was falling out. And it melted. And what it did was it rose. It actually rose. And what they say is the spirits actually rose those to make a muffin. And that's how corn muffins came to be. Yeah. As you can see, I was basically getting all the remnants of the corn muffin off right now. And now I'm going to take this and put it in the dishwasher. Now they're all set in the dishwasher. I'll wash everything out of the sink. Bring out my sponge. Wash off my hands. Put all the silverware that I haven't used away. Make sure everything is put away perfectly. And in about 13 minutes and 49 seconds, we'll be back to show you the works. As you can see, the corn muffin's already starting to rise and spread out. With still about 12 and a half minutes left to go. So they do begin to rise as quick as possible. So, I'm excited. Well, as you can see, there's about 4.5 minutes left to go. And they're rising pretty well. Well, with about another 4 minutes to go, I'm going to get everything all set up. Because you don't want to do this at the last minute. We have 4 minutes, and we'll move at a nice, slow pace. Of something that we would not want to rush around, especially when we're dealing with food. I'm just pulling out some hands and stuff, just to be able to set my muffins out on. And then I'll be able to take them off and put them on my plate. Now what do people like to eat with corn muffins? Butter. Make sure you have your butter out ready to go. Now, get my knife out. And does anybody want anything to drink? I bet you do. That's why I got orange juice. Donald Duck orange juice, of course. So with all this time, this is what I call time management. What we'll do is we'll set up our own meal. And the main course is on the way. But right now we can have our hors d'oeuvres, such as orange juice, or Pepsi Cola's product, Mountain Dew. Like they say, do the Mountain Dew. That's Mountain Dew's slogan. Oh yes, by the way, today's sponsor is, by the way, Mountain Dew. Tastes good. Break. Well guys, it's time for a break.
Ice cream man!
Close the door. Ice cream man. How you doing? Can I just have the can I just have one of the bonbons, please? Do you want anything?
No, I'm fine.
Now that we're set up, we're ready to go. We've got our dessert as well. How's ice cream man? When at all possible, make sure you do run out and get some ice cream. Fuck you, you fucking left the door open. My fault. And I just heard our timer go off too. Timing is good. Let's go, Max. But as you can see, we only have about 11 seconds left. I'm excited. I can just smell the corn muffins. Sorry about that intermission, but oh, looks like it's ready. Where are my muffins? Here they are. Okay. These corn muffins look so good. Golden brown. It's the way we like it. Also, always remember to turn off the oven. Man, these look good. I think I'll pull one out and taste one. What you want to make sure you do, make sure you do not touch the side with your bare hand. You'll burn yourself. Golden brown goodness. Is that right? Making sure that you change the knife. It's okay because my floor is clean. We just cleaned it, so that's why I'm reusing this knife. You can tell the difference between the ones with where I barely put any in and where I did. And here's my Christmas tree ones. Can you tell the difference in shape and color? It's all because of the difference of the pan. You'll either have a dark one or a light one, because it all depends on what pan you use. If you use a darker silver pan, you're going to have lighter goodness of muffins. But if you use a lighter pan, if you use a lighter pan, you're going to have darker muffins. It's all inertia, folks. Well, that's our show today. Muffins look good. And they taste good too. Remember, as I always say, cleaning up is as good as cooking. But during that cleaning up, make sure you manage your time correctly. For if you don't, all hell breaks loose. Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you next time